Hi. Today I'm just gonna talk about what I learned today. Um, Actually, I'm trying to implement the design system. System. So the base, if you look at how design system works, like what the line did is, sorry, like they just make it into straight tokens, which are the primitive and semantic and component specific. And those who have like don't get the tokens means the design system is just like the atomic design structure, and but atomic design structure, but more specified and more elaborate. So let's so I think this is really like really definite or precise or simplified um, explanation about the how the design system looks like. So this is actually how design system like got made. So design tokens is really we really can divide into three or four and more of it. And the purpose of this is to make it reusable and make it really make it into like the put into the company's the characteristics. You have to like you have to make the tokens of it. So I think this design tokens is really fundamental of the design system. And so what the Netflix did is they utilized the Matter UI and they put and they implemented their own design system using Matter UI and Lerna for the monorepo. But I decided to use the Radix UI under the hood rather than Matter UI because Radix UI is more lightweighted and more flexible and more React friendly. I say friendly. It's not that big and it is really the design is really nice. You can customize it, and also I rather than relying on the Lerna, I use Turbo Repo on it. The reason why I use Turbo Repo on it, the first thing is it is really it's really fast. There's because remote cache on it. You can just use remote cache to make it the cache on the cloud, and also I use vanilla extract to make it to make each vanilla extract is just the CSS in JS, but it's a Jarins. I think it's Jira runtime. So when it build, so CSS file just might gonna be made rather than JavaScript is the one who trying to make the CSS. So there's a really big difference. But the thing is that the reason why I use Terraform, of course, there's an remote cache on it, but there are actually this big how do I say it? You can see here. So rather than even make a design system, like TurboRepo already made the template for it. So you can just use this for making the basic templates of your design system, which is really it's really amazing for me. And moreover, if you look at the hold on, this Radix UI, you can just implement these primitives and you need to make your own. And this primitive is not exact same with the line primitives. Means line primitive it's just literally the tokens of the tokens of the inside the atomic. But here, this components isn't primitive, more like component specific. So, but I'm treating this as a primitive because we don't have just such a primitive thing because we're not gonna implement this kind of thing. So if you look at the code here, I just use this Radix and re-export it into my own. So the reason why I re-export it like this is because if this software is gonna be big and if software has to be some changes rather than relying on the Radix UI, I have to I have to like how do I say it? I have to um like split into components and make it like reusable, not reusable. Actually, make it really customizable. So this is the reason why I split it rather than just using uh this Radix accordion just on it. So the purpose on it, make it separate, make it predefined. If there is something wrong with the error, catch it rather than rely on the Radix UI, the library. So we just using it's just like Lego. Under the hood, we're using Radix UI, but the second we're using the our own primitives, and third we're gonna just implement our own specific big components. And this component specific, it's just like copying ShadCN. So ShadCN just look like this, but the thing is that ShadCN used Tailwind CSS, and I believe that Tailwind. I don't like Tailwind CSS because the thing, the reason why I don't like Tailwind CSS is because you made a great product, and if it is made by simple ShadCN with the Tailwind CSS, your product really gonna be easy to copy. So that is why I don't like Tailwind CSS, because I was the one who trying to who copied all the design of the some web servers that use the Tailwind CSS. That is why I don't like Tailwind CSS. And also, I think the bad thing about Tailwind CSS is it just even the making style, the flags or margin or those kind of the base margin unit is relying on the Tailwind rather than your own design systems. So because of this dependency, I really focus on this kind of stuff. I really just focus on the vanilla extract and make it like this. So yeah, I think so. After vanilla extract, and so it's just importing this kind of thing, and just we're just after that, after making a component, we're gonna use this storage book to make it check if there's something wrong with the error, and after that we're just gonna more implement it. And there's still error because it's not working. I'm just gonna implement this. And the troubleshooting, the trouble I faced, the problem I faced was the it was actually the plugin, the bundler between this design system and the stories. I thought it was like binary problem on the binary extra on the storybook. I thought there was like some compatibility issue, but I found out that it's just a bundler issue uh, of my design system, because before it was because this template is the uses the TS of, so it basically uses TS of for the bundling, but the TS of uh one actually no, I mean the vanilla extra one put the compatibility with the TS ups. So if you look at how they treated us, because there, if you look at the how bundler works, if they has to be some kind of like the plugin for the CSS in JS feature, and some bundler don't have this kind of feature, and TSUB is the one of it. So if you look at the if you use like CSS in JS library like styled component or my vanilla extract thing, it's not gonna be work. If you use TS off and bundling your design system that made of vanilla extract, it's not gonna be work. So what you have to do is you have to just choose kind of the better bundler that have compatible with the vanilla extract. So, and the first thing I chose is the Lolop, because the Lolop is really popular for the making a bundler, a library bundler, some of those kind of things. So I decided to use it, and yeah, and this works pretty fine. So yeah, this is the troubleshooting, is gonna be you may have created styles outside the CSS.ts context. So that's kind of the reason why it doesn't work. So there was like problem I faced, and the reason why was it's just the boundary issue. I used the TS of that is not compatible with the vanilla extract. So if you guys have this kind of problem, just use Rollup or some kind of popular popular bundler that matches with the vanilla extract. And after that, I think my next step is making my own like design tokens. I thought just using Xiaoxian, not Xiaoxian, Radix UI, we make it just like making this design system really fast. Yeah, it does, but the thing is that if you look at here, we can split the tokens into some kind of 3-part or 4-part. And if you look at the line did, so if you can see this kind of component, and what the Radix UI is basically like third step, more like third or the between the two of it. So and Xiaoxian is like fourth of it. But there's something missing, right? There's like 1 then 2 and like primitive tokens or those kind of thing. We have to define our own custom color code and variables, and I think that is time to do it. And we're gonna use we're gonna copy the Xiaoxian styles and make into our own primitive tokens and semantic tokens. So based on that, we're gonna utilize using these kind of component specific tokens. So yeah. So I think this is it. Have a nice day. Goodbye. See you next time. Bye bye.